What was that? It's ended Leeds United 3, a deserved 3. Let's be honest, it could have been 5.
Yep.
Southampton 0. We don't even need to talk about the decisions to the first half because it's irrelevant because we didn't deserve anything from that game whatsoever. And we got defeated by a system that was played up against us. And from what I can see, Ralph did nothing to play against that system.
No. When the subs came on, you were like, well, you've not changed this to affect the game. You've just thought, right, we've got Ings and Minamino on the bench and they need to be playing. In reality, you should have started them. Probably should have started them today.
Right.
Wasn't really a game to rest people. We're not really in a position to be resting people.
Yeah.
So that was a concern before the game. And then when they came on, it was like, well, good that they're on now, but that doesn't change the way that we're adapting to stop Leeds. It's just that today was the most frustrating one. Was like, listen, okay, you don't change your system. Okay, we get that, but today it's like, okay, no, it's clear, it's not working. Change it.
Yeah,
it is on Ralph.
It is. I mean, and I think the other thing that's really frustrating me. I mean, yes, the playing surface wasn't that great, but both sides obviously have to play on the same pitch, whatever. But the players slipping on their asses all over the place. So I'm sure a lot of them are thinking, am I going to pick up an injury today? I mean, that's the other thing. We've had Romeo go off injured. And, who's our other defensive midfield option? Is it Red Card Boy, Jankovic? Brilliant.
Yes, it is. Great.
Brilliant.
That's what we need. That's what we need right now. We need his level head to come on.
By the way, if you're new to the channel, please remember to smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and make us feel a little bit better. But I don't know what we do from here, really, because, all the pundits, I mean, literally at full time, like, and then win pushes Leeds up in the top half of the table. Fair play to Leeds. They deserve that win.
They did.
They're now talking about, there's an 8-point cushion between Southampton and the dreaded R word. And it's just, just stop going on about it. But it's just a good job that we had such a good start to the season.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be in all kinds of stress at the current state we're in at the moment. But what do you see? What do you see changing against Everton at the weekend? I mean, what do you think he's going to change back to the system that we did against Chelsea, or what are we going to do?
Here's the thing: like it's almost like you don't want to go too extreme because obviously Everton played different than Leeds.
Yeah.
It's a different, really a different side. And so now we have to figure out also whether is Romeo out for next week and is Diallo back yet? There are questions that we need to figure out. But personally, next week I'd go into that game with five at the back, but the 3 centre backs and have people covering those fullback positions. If Walker Peters isn't cleared to play, I think we have to go to that 5 at the back and over defend. Like, I just don't concede. Like, if we don't concede, we can pinch goals, but it's just that we're just conceding all over the place. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's, we need, like, it doesn't have to be as extreme as Ralph out. It should be, who's our defensive coach? Yeah. How can we improve these, and how can we implement the improvements? Because that's when we will start suffering. And I think there's going to be a lot, looking at the comments, there's a lot of people who it was a bit of a final, looks like a bit of a final straw tonight, because you can see that Ralph wasn't changing the game. The subs weren't impact subs to change the game. These are the best players on the bench. We need to get them on.
Yeah. Let's mix it up and try and get a goal back. But I mean, the goals that they had were fair play to them. They got the goals. They were all counter-attack football, though, wasn't it? And literally, it took seconds for us to lose the ball, and then all of a sudden we're on the back foot, and they've got 4 players bursting towards our penalty area with space to choose. And like I said at the start of this, I think 3-0 flat as Southampton, really. Terrible.
Absolutely. There's no, like, you get out the first half and you think, if this game is decided because of this penalty and this, for these decisions, that's one thing. But you come out of that second half going, no, there's no excuse. You don't even have to talk about those decisions in the first half because this was all display. This is all performance based. Is the reason that we lost tonight. Is that everyone failed at their jobs from Ralph down. Everyone messed it up.
Yeah, and we got a long run of away games coming up. So this is the first of many away games. I think the only home game we got coming up is because the Everton game's away, the Man City game's away, the Sheffield United game's away. So yeah, not fun. I mean, we're talking briefly about the game against Everton at the weekend. Everton are a funny side. They can put in an amazing performance and then just sort of go to sleep and concede a few goals. So let's hope we get that Everton. That'd be a great time to get.
I feel like there has not been a point this season where we have gotten the team that we wanted.
Yeah,
you go to United match going, if you have United play like this, no, that was the start of their turn. You hope Arsenal play poorly. That was the start of that. It's hard to. We're now relying on other teams being bad on the night, and that shouldn't be the case. Yeah. It shouldn't be. That's not progression. That's not where we were 2-3 months ago. That's it. It's hard to take us now. It is up to Ralph to prove up to us. I'm not Ralph out, but I am very much right. Prove why show these people why you have to stay and show us what you're implementing. Show us that you're fiery. I'm interested to hear what he has to say at the end of the game. But it's a hard one to take. Another hard one in the long line of hard games we've had to play recently.
Another L, another red mark on the points or the lack of points that we've taken. I mean, it's almost like they spent the entire week last week watching Chelsea videos, and they were well prepared for that game. And but it's just so hard. I mean, I put this comment up here, like Leeds manager proved his height. Absolutely. I mean, they played excellent counter-attacking football, great on the press, but it just frustrates me that we did nothing, or what looked like nothing, to nullify that threat. And just overlooking the game, I thought the first half was fairly even. Arguably Saints had more of the chances. Second half, you're thinking Ralph's going to have a word with them and say, look, let's forget those decisions. You didn't play particularly great. Neither sides did. Let's step it up and see what we can do. And then we can see the great goal by Patrick Bamford. And then it just seems to just be like, and we'll wait for the rest to come.
Yeah, it's the other thing is you look at that, you look at when Romeo comes off as well. Now, if Ralph hadn't brought on Ings and Minamino both at the exact same time, it's like was that the right move to do that then? And then you look at how Adams plays when he's on the pitch. It's like, well, I probably would have kept Redmond on and left it Redmond, Minamino, and Ings because that worked at the weekend. Why would you? There was just a lot of decisions tonight where you're like, I don't understand why we've done this and done it this way.
Yeah,
the book needs to be looked at. And I'll be honest, I think McCarthy should have dealt better with the two of the goals as well.
Well, the first one I thought was a bit freakish. The free kick, you always wonder with a free kick from that far out. I mean, unless it's James Ward-Prowse, but there
wasn't the pace of a Ward-Prowse free kick, and it was low, but it was near enough to him. It's just his position. He never seems to be where he should be. Just never seems to be in the right position. He always seems to be a yard too far away from either side of the post to make a difference when he dives. So his dives always fall short. Yeah.
Well, if the outfield players were slipping all over the place on that pitch, what's to say that he can get a good footing and goal and get across to where he needs to be. Let's talk briefly about the two decisions in the first half. Obviously, we had a penalty given for us that was then overturned, deemed to be what looked like a trip over his own feet. I didn't think there was enough in that to overturn it. I thought, it was close, but yet again we've got another VAR decision to stick in our backpack and complain about. But over the course of the game, we didn't deserve to get anything out of it, so I'm less annoyed about that. I thought the fast of the free kick, he clearly did blow the whistle. Of course, any player's going to be ready to kick. No, what are you going to do? But it doesn't make up for the fact that we just didn't show up in the second half and conceded. How many goals? 3. I've forgotten. It was that
3.
bad.
Yeah.
That bad. Yeah. And, let me just jump back to this comment here. Look, I was thinking exactly the same thing when that happened. Like, if Liverpool can take a corner quickly against Barca, why can we have done that?
Yeah.
100%.
And
that is it.
It makes no sense. That is just the ref. And you can see by his reaction after it as well, how he is, I wasn't ready, and how much he's arguing with the players. That he knows he's not made the right decision there. And he's just like, it's the refs taking the game on it to themselves again. And it almost gets to a point now where it's just like Southampton being a bit victimized here because of how much we've come out and said things. It does that decision for me does read Mike Dean's my mate. How dare you do that to him? You've made his life hard.
Depending on which referee's officiating the game, you'll probably have one that will just turn around and go, "Oh, great goal," and walk off.
Yep.
And it'll just be depending on who you've got in the night. But let's not kid ourselves.
But that is what it is. That is that ref about the game, or is it I'm the ref? It's my rules, my ball. I wasn't ready. Just nothing our way.
Dear.
Nothing our way.
Just going to bring up this comment here from Alex because I noticed it earlier and I did put it up there. Do you think Ralph has lost the dressing room? I mean, I don't think I see an element of that. I mean, I think there's obviously a lot of stuff that's not working, but given the decent performance we had against Chelsea at the weekend, I just think there just isn't enough. Whether he's not getting enough time with the players to work on different systems and work against different methods, like playing up against Bielsa, I don't know. But I don't think so. Do you think he's lost the dressing room, Jack? Any thoughts on that?
No, he hasn't lost the dressing room because you can see that when we start a game, we are so full of confidence and we look really good. And then, as the game progresses, stuff happens. I think it's when we lose, when we go behind, people figure us out. I think the players on the pitch realize, well, I can't stop playing this position, so I can't adapt to try and fix this game because I can't change from what Ralph wants. I think before the game and going into it, everyone agrees that on our day we can do it. It's just once our heads drop, there's nothing to pick it back up. And by that, I mean there's not even there's not a system in place to help us get our heads back up. It's like, if it goes, it's gone, and there's no stopping it. And I think Ralph's system aside, he has to understand that if his system doesn't work, it affects the players drastically. That there's no plan B.
Yeah,
they have to just know that, okay, when are we just going to be caught out on this every time, and I have to hope that I can maybe make it back. It's hard, especially once you've been beaten twice by the same thing.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, well, now I know it's open, and I know I can't get back there, and now I'm going to have to keep doing this, and I'm going to be out of position for everything else. So it's bad. But I've lost my faith in McCarthy. I put it that way. I think Forster needs to start the next game.
Yeah, but let's face it. It wasn't the problem with the performance, was it? I mean, no. Forster, could have made some, perhaps done a bit more in certain areas, but
it's just rubbish, pal. It's just an absolutely rubbish performance, and there's no upside to it. And there hasn't been an upside for ages. And it was coming out of the Chelsea game. You think, okay, here comes the flip. But it was this was going to be a hard game because of the way Leeds play, and it was just whichever one does it. It's difficult. Keep in mind, this is also one of the games we should have had earlier on in the season. So it feels worse now because it feels like this. It almost feels like the second defeat to Leeds. So keep in mind, we've got to play them again yet.
yeah, and that'll hopefully be something we can redeem ourselves against. Playing on home turf that's actually smooth and green and a good surface to play football on. But get whinge and moan about that, but.
Tonight is one of those games where there's no really defending Ralph and what he's done, but to say you want him out, you're still too early for that. It's not that drastic yet.
We're not down there.
They're not down there. You know, I know that people are saying relegation. It's like, you're right. We could get into that form, but we're not currently. We've just got to get some results. The teams are coming back round now. So hopefully when we play teams like Sheffield, teams that we've already beat, we can go in with confidence and know that our normal system works against them. And even if they've adapted it, we should be able to get something out of it. We should be able to.
Yeah.
Just want us to win. Just want us to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I mean, we do have a lot of players out, but you just think, it's so depressing. I don't think this will have any impact on the FA Cup. I think we're absolutely fine, and we're definitely going to win it, and that's how we're going to get into Europe. And that's where I'm going to leave tonight's feed. Because we've all had enough, haven't we? We've all had enough.
We've had enough tonight. This is a bad one.
It has.
This was a bad one.
It has, but even my camera gave up on me, so I switched to the computer camera, which doesn't have the depth of field that I like. So even the camera's got fed up with this. So yeah, there we go. Well, it is ended. Leeds 3, Southampton 0. A deserved win to Leeds. Congratulations, and we go again against Everton at the weekend. What time's that kick off? Does anyone know?
Is that 3 o'clock? I think that one is. I think it's at a normal time, maybe. Yes.
Can't wait to set up the live stream for that one. Let's hope that goes well.
Yeah, that's going to be all the fun in the world.
Yep.
Wait, when is it? Oh, it's 8 o'clock on Monday.
Has it moved?
Yeah, apparently so. It's 8 o'clock Monday.
Oh, you may even get a preview of us then.
So wait, if it's Monday, then why did we rest players?
The madness continues. Yep.
Listen, there's going to be a lot of people saying Ralph out this weekend. People just need to wade through that. Just need to ignore it.
Everyone does so. Just stay away from the forums. Just chill. Just calm down.
Stay away from the forums. If someone can do regular trips around St. Mary's, if anybody puts a stupid banner up, we can take it down very quickly. That'd be good.
Yeah. See, if I stop the stream, I'm going to have to listen to Graham Souness.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just going to I've switched the TV off now.
Here we go. This button here is the mute button. The mute button.
I don't need to listen to Graham Souness talk.
He's still talking through it. We're going to listen to Ralph. Ralph's up next. Well, anyway, thanks to everyone who joined us on the live stream during the game. It was fun. It was fun in a way. Really disappointed. There's no getting away from it. But we will be back for all the preview stuff for the Everton game and back for the live watch along and post-match stuff. So please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will see you all in the next one. Do you know what? Just for fun.
Are you going to put up Alex's comment there, though?
Which one?
The Alex from Alex W. He raises a very good point about Ralph.
There we go. We'll finish it off with that. Yep, we run out of money. Yep, buckets around St. Mary's and we're all back. There we go. Right. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will see you. Oh, I've already started to slow up. Look at that. I'm scared to put that in now. Right, I'm not going to do that because that will crash the whole system. Right. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one. All right. Cheers.
Good night, guys.